Alright, hi again, sweeties. Okay, so we are going to continue on with word problems. We're going to continue on. So remember, step 1, draw your picture. Step 1, highlight your question. Step 2, go back and read again and draw your picture. And then step 3, use one of your circles to help you solve for what you need to solve for. So we're still dealing with the same standard where we're going to use these trigonometric ratios and maybe Pythagorean's theorem in real world situations. And you're going to find either the missing angle or the missing sides of a right triangle. These key vocabulary words are already defined in day 2. So you can go back and watch day 2 video to see what the angle of depression. Well, I'll go ahead and give you a quick review. Angle of depression means something falls out the sky. So I have the purple line and the red line would form my angle of depression. So right here is the angle of depression. Alright, my angle of elevation would be to look to the ground, and elevate means to go up. So this black line that goes up, that came up from the ground, formed what is called in between it an angle of elevation right here. That's the angle of elevation. Alright, a side would be the outsides of the triangle, and the angle would be in the inside of the triangle. And your trig ratios are SOHCAHTOA. You use your trig ratios when you know only one side, and then you need to find another side. You use Pythagorean's theorem when you know 2 sides, and all you need to do is find the third side. So your homework for tonight is to complete day 4. Make sure you get that knocked out, or the next night rather. Okay, so let's try this. It says a 50-meter vertical tower is braced with a cable secured at the top of the wire at the tower and tied 30 meters from the base. What angle does the cable make? What angle does the cable form with the tower? So we're gonna go here, highlight the question. That's step 1. Alright. Now our step 2 would be to draw the pic. So step 2, draw the picture. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I got to go back and underline stuff. It says a 50-meter vertical tower is braced with a cable secured at the top of the tower and tied 30 meters from the base. Okay, so I'm going to draw a tower, and you draw your pictures however you want. This is yours. Do what you do to it. And it told me that if this is my tower, it's going to be 50 meters. So I know that's 50 meters. And braced with a cable secured at the top of the tower. So I'm going to draw my cable in orange. And just to be, this is my cable, okay? And tied 30 meters from the base. So that's my cable. And it is tied down here. That is 30 meters from the base of this tower. So this right here is going to be 30. And let me put a little stake in mine. There we go. And my thing that's tied down to the ground. So it says, what angle does the cable form with the tower? So here, I am going to put an X right here because it wanted to know what angle does it form with this tower here. So this is the one I need to find. So guys, make sure you're very, very, very careful with reading to know where the X has to go. So read very carefully. Read it sentence by sentence and make a picture in your head, or as you're drawing your picture, make sure your stuff goes in the right place and it all makes sense. So you're going to need your imagination to help you out with this. Okay, so now I'm going to carry on to step 3. Step 3, solve the problem. Alright, so if I look at this, I know that I have two sides and I need to find the angle. I have two sides and I need to find the angle. So here, I'm going to use this angle and I'm going to label my sides based off of the angle that's up here. Well, the side across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. The side that I'm touching is the adjacent, and the side that I can't touch is the opposite. So I'm going to look at what I have. Here I have the adjacent and the opposite. So I'm going to write SOHCAHTOA on my paper so that I can see which one of these fit what I have. So I have the opposite. Well, I have the opposite and the adjacent, so it looks like I'm going to be working with tan. So if I write this out, tan of the angle, which I don't know, I'm going to call it x, equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, so now I am going to draw my circle to help me out. So let's get my circle going. I put my trig function here, so tan x 30 over 50, and I need to solve for x. Alright, so that means I'm finding the angle. X should equal the tan inverse of 30 over 50. And if that was sine, then you would use sine inverse. Okay, so let's grab our calculator. If you don't have a calculator, go ahead and use one online, but I need you to get a calculator so that I can teach you how to use it. A Casio or a TI Multiviewer, it only costs like maybe $13, $14. I know for sure the Casio costs $13 at Walmart. So go grab you one of those so I can show you how to use it in class. So there's my tan inverse. I push second and tan. And then I'm going to push alpha y equals and enter and put 30 over 50. Close it up, enter, and then your angle is going to be 30 point, well, we'll go ahead and round to the nearest tenth. This 6 makes that 9 move up, and that 9 makes this 30 move up to 31. So that means our degree is 31 degrees. So this angle right here, which you can call an angle of depression if you want to, this angle right here is 31 degrees. And then you can add 31 to 90. And then you can take that sum and subtract it from 180. And you can find out what this piece down here is. Alright. So go ahead and complete the rest of the questions. And I will see you guys in class.